Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on A Dark Foe, a very creepy movie. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books, link in the description. Wokistan, a novel, Hollywoke, another novel, political satire, and of course the Pineys, books 1 through 6. Comedy horror in South Jersey. Book 7 coming out in just a couple of weeks. And speaking just a couple of weeks, I'm doing a book signing on July 15th at the Sunrose Bookstore in Ocean City. Link in the description to that. So check that out. Everything's over at Amazon.com, or you can come down to the Sunrose Bookstore in Ocean City and get a signed copy. Wouldn't that be nice? Check us out also on Bitchute and Rumble, where we put 2 other videos, including these. We have a Hollywoke hot take today and a news blast. Now, A Dark Foe. Ooh, very creepy. The trailer itself is a little clunky, but basically the premise is about an FBI agent who's got a dark past where his mother was killed. His mother and I think his sister was killed by some kind of crazy serial killer, and he's fallen apart, right? He had an episode in a club where he ended up shooting a bunch of things, and he looks weird. See, I think this is the same actor, but he looks different in 2 different shots. So this takes place over a long period of time, and he keeps reliving the death of his sister, and he's trying to save all these women that the serial killer are after, and they show he catches up to them. So there's like a flashback where, and this is the guy from, I believe wasn't he in Dancing with Wolves? Isn't he one of the natives from Dancing with Wolves? I'm almost sure it was him. Anyhow, they have a flashback with a younger actor who looks like him, and then so he's the serial killer, and then he became an FBI agent, and he captures him. Not before he gets captured by the serial killer and gets tortured. The end. So the trailer is not good in my view, because it gives away the whole movie. Now, obviously, if you're going to have a movie about an FBI agent hunting down a serial killer, it's probably going to end up with the agent hunting down the serial killer, because it kind of always does. But you don't want to tell us in the trailer, kind of giving away the store here. So, first act, he's an FBI agent. He's got a terrible past, and then murders start happening, and he recognizes the murders, and then he starts having an attack. He has an anxiety attack, and he has to go to the therapist because he shot his gun in a nightclub or whatever. Second act, more bodies, and he's hunting the guy down, and will he find him, or will he crack? And the final act is he confronts him, guy gets a drop on him, and then ties him to a bed, and he's going to torture him to death, but he somehow escapes and kills him. I mean, could it be anything else? Right? So what kind of trailer do you want? Well, what kind of trailer would you have in Silence of the Lambs, right? You're not going to give away the store. It was written by Oscar Cardenas and Marie Gabriela Cardenas. Oh, so it's like a couple, or brother and sister. Directed by Marie Gabrielle Cardenas. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Starring Oscar Cardenas. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you star in it and your wife directs it. Interesting. Kenzie Dalton, Tokala, Black Elk. That is probably the guy, right? That's Tokala Black Elk. Yeah, that's probably him, because that's a Native American name. Interesting. And executive producer Victor Cardenas. Oh, so this is a family affair. Either way you slice it. Either way you slice it. Interesting. Oh, you got to support a family business. A Dark Foe, it's called. Yeah, but I think the cut of your trailer You're no good. No good. Terrible cut. Terrible. Look, these are pretty standard, okay? Bill Bellamy's in it too? And Selma Blair. Beverly Todd with Bill Bellamy, with Selma Blair and Graham Greene. So they're kind of like extended cameos, probably. Good for you guys. No, excuse me. Yeah, so what would I do here? Emphasize the case and the character over the ending. And do not show the killer. I know that's kind of tough to do. Or show the killer, but not in the context of like, oh, this is the guy who killed everybody. Right? You want to show him as this is one of the suspects, or this is a guy he meets along the way. You know? Not give away the entire thing. Even showing that is kind of problematic, I would say. I mean, it's better that you showed the younger version of the killer in the trailer, I guess, but you kind of can't give it away. And I get it. We're probably going to watch the movie and know who the killer is. But, and I know you need to show him because he's probably the most well-known actor in here. Maybe, well, Bill Bellamy, kind of. Selma Blair, kind of. Selma Blair's pretty known. I guess that, wait, she must be the psychiatrist then, right? Is that who she is? Yeah, that's Selma Blair. So, yeah, I would show more of her, more of Bill Bellamy. I think I saw Bill Bellamy. I don't remember now. Yeah, and you know, the problem with showing him is he's the killer, and it kind of gives away the whole thing. But you definitely need a recut. And this was 2 minutes and 8 seconds, so I would cut more, make it more about the case, right? More about the bodies and, you know, walking around the crime scene, like scenes like that. You know, him doing his detective work, talking to people, that kind of thing. Have you seen this man? Like that kind of stuff. Or she disappeared and we don't know where she is. You know, the beautiful mind wall of all the clues, that kind of thing. Look, I know that stuff's all derivative too, but a lot of this is derivative. And I'm not saying that to knock it. It is what it is. It's that kind of movie. You know, the most interesting part of it, I guess, is that he was the victim of this guy he's trying to catch. Which is not all that believable, but that's sort of the crux of it, so maybe emphasize more of that. I don't know, but feels like you're giving away the store here. I don't know what surprises are left in this movie for me now. Right? I know who the killer is. I know he captures him. I know you're not going to kill him at the end. I mean, that would be a dark movie. Yeah, watch this movie about a guy who grew up to become an FBI agent because his mother and sister were killed by a serial killer, and then he dies too at the end. It was the most saddest movie I ever saw. Like that would be it. You want, I mean, the whole point of having the serial killer kill the mother and the daughter is so at the end of the movie it can be like, he got him, right? I don't know. I mean, maybe you're making a very depressing movie. I doubt it. So it needs to be more like Silence of the Lambs, I think. Not that we need a Hannibal Lecter character per se, but, you know, some more. We need to see more of this guy and his deal doing cooler stuff. I don't know what you could have him do. Get him in a fight or whatever. But showing the guy who's going to be the killer at the end. Oh, there he is. There's Bill Bellamy. Hey, he wasn't there. He's a little heavier. That's why I didn't recognize him. Maybe show more a little Bill Bellamy. I mean, even if you give the impression that, I mean, show more strippers. And I'm always for that. I mean, can't go wrong showing more strippers. It's always so funny when they show strippers in a trailer because that, you know, it's not really a strip joint because all the girls, I mean, they still have clothes on. And granted, sometimes in a strip joint, a lot of times they're wearing bikinis for most of the run, but a lot of times they're very naked depending on the state. So, I mean, if it's a strip club as opposed to a go-go place. But, You know, and more like this, with the gun and creeping around and saving people, like that kind of stuff. I don't know. It just seems like this trailer doesn't sell the movie well. And that's not to say the movie's bad. I think the movie could be very good. You got a lot of good cameos here. You got a lot to sell here. I just feel like this trailer is poorly thought out. Poorly thought out. It's showcasing a lot. You know, this is the kind of trailer I would show to a distributor. I would show him this, but I wouldn't show this to the audience. The distributor, yes, because it's like, what do you care if you give away the movie to the distributor? He's not the audience for it. You're just trying to sell him on the movie. But I don't think you want the same sort of trailer for the audience. You want to leave a little mystery. And there's not much mystery here. I get it. You kind of know where it's going. You're going to know where it's going halfway into it anyway. But, you know, you got to try to keep as much mystery as you can. You need revelations for the movie to work. I don't know. Maybe I'm complaining about nothing. But that's it for me and little Joan, if she's still behind me. Check us out on Bitchute and Rumble for a Hollywoke hot take and a news blast. And we'll see you tomorrow.